Hey, what's up, everybody? JC here. I'm with Toynewman again,
Hello.
and it's
My
another live stream. So,
it's my new chopping poo. Po, not poo.
is that Kung Fu Panda 4 merchandise or?
It is, and I don't even know who makes it. It says DWA. I guess DreamWorks Animation. I found it on. Let's see. It's made by Head Start. I
I,
should.
I've seen it like a couple of those previews, and I mean it doesn't look bad, but it looks almost identical to like the previous 3 Kung Fu Panda movies.
In the previous 4 shows that they made for Amazon and Netflix.
I've never watched the shows, so I'm only familiar with the movies, but I feel like maybe that franchise has been
I
a
love the
little
show.
overdone.
The only one I didn't like was the one for Amazon Prime with the little baby Kung Fu pandas. Look at that!
All right, well,
I already derailed the whole thing by putting Poe up.
all right, well, let's take a quick roll call, see who's in the house tonight. We got Puppy Plex. What's up? Jay's Toy Collecting UK. Yeah, I popped in on Dan Who's Reviews live stream earlier, talking Marvel Legends. Always good to talk some Marvel Legends. I agree with Dan that I think Ping Fang Foom is definitely going to be this year's HasLab.
That means I got to spend more money.
Zim is in the house. Gnarly Charlie is in the house. Steigen, is that how we say it? 360. What's up? Judge Dreads is in the house. What's up?
Where's Lord Venger? I got used to him being here.
If he's not here, yeah, he'll probably be here. He's usually popping in. Collection Verse is in the house. Joseph Jenkins is in the house. I've seen a few new names. Catalina Wine Mixer. Good to see you. Zoo Boy, what's up?
I thought that was a duck, and then I realized it was somebody going like this.
Gotta stay up with your emoticons. Emojicons.
I like emoji better.
MK Solid's in the house. Well, McFarlane will release anything that isn't the Kickstarter. Yeah, pretty much. Quinn's Comics is in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Hopefully all is well with the store. Some of these comments. All right.
I got my Nightmare Before Christmas Ultimates today.
Yeah. You were saying earlier that they're the best
I
figures
think
Super 7 has ever made.
I think so.
I'm not sure if that's really setting a high bar or not, but
I mean, just
well, you haven't even opened it.
Because somebody had me working a lot today.
Well, yeah, but how do you know it's the best made figure if you haven't even opened it?
Because they actually look on model. I pulled them out of the box and I was like, holy shit, they look like what they're supposed to look like. No shiny plastic. No.
But I mean, what if you right out of the package? What if it snaps in two on you? I mean,
oh, it will. But Jack came out pretty cool. Whoa.
Comics 1017 is in the house.
Here's a pile of toys to open like I do. And then, of course, I had to jump on the bandwagon and get a Sting figure.
Is that the one that went up last? No, that's a 2-pack.
Yeah, this is the Amazon one that I kept saying, I don't need it. And then he said, I'm retiring. I need it.
But didn't you get the, like, what was it, $50 one from this weekend?
I did. You had to rub that $50 price tag in, didn't you?
But it's limited, right?
Yes.
3,000?
Yeah. And it all balances out because I got one of those $20 power morphers. It's a piece of crap from GameStop.
So I heard about Sting retiring, but what federation did he retire from?
AEW.
AEW, okay. WCW is not around anymore, right?
No.
Or essentially eaten up by WWE, right?
Yeah, they haven't been around for a long time.
That's where Sting got his start, right? WCW
and NWA.
NWA.
which turned out to be a rap group eventually. And then I kept getting confused.
The thing wasn't that finally. I mean, it took him years, but he finally went over to WWE for a little bit.
Yeah, for one of the worst runs of his career.
Is that your opinion, or is that just the?
As a general consensus.
Okay. He never like I always like I know Sting started like he was a blonde guy.
Yeah.
And then he like I guess he went and saw the Crow movie and decided he wanted to be the Crow. Is that?
No, Scott Hall told him he should paint his face white and do black marks down it because Sting has never seen the Crow movie.
Oh, come on.
Nope.
I mean,
I believe
it's not just the face paint. I mean,
I think it was
his hair black.
I think it was a classic Scott Hall rib, if I'm not mistaken, because they have a thing coming up on A&E where they show Scott Hall and he goes, "Yeah, I told him to dye his hair black and paint his face white
and put a trench coat on and."
Yeah, it's pretty uncanny, but he claims he's never seen The Crow straight through or finished.
And that they're doing that remake of The Crow, and it looks like, from the one image I saw, it looks like The Crow is now, the Joker from the Snyderverse movies.
I thought he looked like Finn Balor. Yeah, I agree with Joy Toys.
Charlie says, "Thank God Sting never got injured in AEW."
Yeah. The guy jumped through scaffolding and stuff, but Seth Rollins power bombs him once and he gets hurt.
How old is Sting now? He's got to be pretty old, right?
69?
69.
I'm gonna look it up.
Is he going to stay retired, or is he going to pull a Ric Flair and like come back?
I think he said he's done wrestling, but he's not done with wrestling.
So he might pop up as like a commentator or something.
He's 64.
A manager or a commentator.
I don't know. I want him to sign a WWE Legends contract so I can get better figures than the ones they made. I'm selfish like that.
Jay's collectible said, there we go. Finally got to see Sting in person at AEW in Wembley Stadium last year.
I got a funny story about Sting when I met him. He scared my ex-wife because she was afraid of clown makeup, and she ran out crying, and he ran. I had to go, so I didn't get to really meet him, and he ran after her, and he started crying. But they filmed it on the news in North Carolina, and they made me look like the villain.
You were cast as the heel, right?
They were like, oh, and this young lady was scared of Sting, and he still got it with his fans, unlike her husband, who didn't console her. It was like I was on America's Most Wanted or something like that. I'm pretty sure there's a clip of it somewhere on YouTube.
I don't think I've ever seen Sting in person.
He's a nice guy. I got to eat lunch with him, though, because she left me, and I was stuck at the hotel until I had to get a ride back to where we were going.
And Sting just sat down with you and had lunch?
No, he invited me. It was me, him, Nikita Koloff, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And
okay, the others I could see, but how did you get on the invite list?
Because I was just hanging out outside where the signing was because my ex-wife left. So I had no way to get back to the hotel.
And they were like, this poor schmuck needs a
run? The guy that was running it, he went in, he came out, he goes, wait here. And I was like, oh, what else is going to happen today? And then he came in, he goes, Sting wants you to come in for a second. And I went in, and it was where they were having lunch. He's like, oh, sit down. And sat down for a half hour, had lunch. And I have a picture of me and him with like a big sandwich in front of us.
Yeah, I've never met Sting. I've met Kurt Angle.
I met him.
And I met Triple H. Did he get fired? I saw.
No.
I literally, I did a Google, because I saw people saying he was going to be fired. So I did a Google search, and I literally saw from the same website, I don't even remember what the website was, but one headline said Triple H has fired, or no, it said Triple H is not going to be fired. And then right below it, from the exact same website that Triple H has been fired. What the hell?
I don't know.
Is he in danger of getting fired, or?
I don't think so. I think it was just Vince and Brock Lesnar. They said, get out of here.
So they fired Brock Lesnar. He's no longer in the WWE.
They gave him the Chris Benoit treatment. Where you don't exist anymore.
Well, as bad as maybe what Vince
I can't blame it from what I've heard that Brock Lesnar did.
As bad as what Vince and him did, it's not quite on the same level as Chris Benoit.
No. They'll all wind up in the same area of hell.
Right,
I've never done Pile of Loot. Is it good?
I use it all the time.
I have this thing about if I paid for it, I want it sent to me.
Yeah, but it's all about saving yourself on shipping, because it's $4 shipping, and you can pile up the loot as much as you want. So
I guess though I don't order from Big Bad Toy Store as much as you. You know, I'm like a 2-piece a month maybe from them.
Well, I'm not ordering like 20 things a month or anything, but usually I'll let it pile up, which is why it's called Pile of Loot, because you let it gather up. So something will come in stock and it'll sit there, and then I'll wait. Especially if I know something else I want is coming in stock. If it's something I really really want, I won't wait. I'll just have it sent. I'll pay the $4 and then whenever the rest of the stuff. And one of the things is, you almost can guarantee, like, the moment you hit that ship button, something else that you really want is going to come in stock, and then you're like, and then you gotta pay additional $4. But
I mean, you know me, I'm very impatient, and when I see it in stock, I become like JoJo the Idiot Circus Boy. I gotta have it. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, the Pile of Loot, I think was like a huge. I mean, that's probably 90% of Big Bad Toy Store's success over the years is inventing that Pile of Loot feature. And some people, free shipping, but I mean, $4 shipping is just not a big deal.
No.
And you can get like so much stuff sent.
And I use Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth mostly for like the import stuff I want, like Final Fantasy stuff.
For me personally, the primary two places I buy toys from are either Big Bad Toy Store or Amazon. I very rarely buy from anywhere else. So
lately, every time you ask me where I get something, I go Walmart.
Well, that's Masters of the Universe. I still don't know how that guy gets away with. I mean, even if he's got somebody that's slipping him out Masters of the Universe stuff early, you'd think somebody would have said something and been like,
I can't see it being that. I got to think that he just gets his orders early, and when he gets that piece of paper, it says "Do not sell until this date." He goes,
No, I don't know. But
I don't know. I don't mind.
I've
been buying from him for 7 years.
And it's only, and the weird thing is, it's only Masters of the Universe. Like, I would have never heard of Walmart if it wasn't for Masters.
It's all Mattel, really.
Well, I think he's located in California, right?
Yeah. Like, I've never bought any, like, Marvel Legends from him or anything like that.
I don't think anybody has. I think everybody just buys Masters of the Universe, and maybe that one Jada Toy Street Fighter exclusive that he got.
Well, without
a second one.
Without him, I wouldn't have all the Hulk Hogans that I have. So.
Oh, you get wrestling. He does. Is he get the wrestling stuff in too?
Yeah, like I already have the Monday Night Wars Hogan. He had it up on his site.
He gets wrestling figures in before like Ringside Collectibles.
Sometimes, yeah.
Wow.
He had the new Hollywood Hogan already, and they just got theirs in. I'm holding off for a discount. I already bought the one that's the wrong color. I'll wait until it's marked down at Christmas time. Otherwise, they're redoing most of the Hogans with the hot dog tan, where originally he had the regular skin tone.
So they're making it more accurate, is what you're saying.
Yeah. I haven't had any luck with Amazon this year at all.
All Music fan, they must have a. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. There's just no way.
Well,
that
I got my Mega Man figures from him.
Well, obviously, he's developed a connection with Jada Toys because he's the only company or the only retailer so far that's gotten a Jada Toys exclusive, and he's already got a second one coming. So,
like I said, I've been buying for him for like a good 7 years. Whenever I needed a wrestling figure that I couldn't find, I was like, oh, let me see if Paul Mart's got it.
Yeah, the only thing, I mean, I get that he gets it to you fast, and I understand there are plenty of people who will pay extra to get something first, so I don't really fault him for charging more, but I generally don't buy from Paul Mart just because it's generally, I'm like, I can wait,
I buy most of my Masters of the Universe from Big Bad Toy Store, but occasionally, like when I wanted the Battle Armor He-Man and Mechanic early, after I figured out it was like I was paying like $2 more per figure than if I waited.
Now, if he somehow gets his hands on Snout Spout before anybody else, then
he never gets those. The Mattel Creations ones.
Okay.
Yeah, he never gets like that unless he buys them himself.
Because I'd be tempted to buy that from him if he.
Did you see the eyes light up on that thing?
They don't light up. It's a light pipe.
Yeah, what does that mean?
It's the pipe and they stick in your head, and then you get the little window so that the light shines through.
So it's not going to be like my YOLO Park Megatron where I put his gun on his head.
There's no electronics in it, but it's a cool effect. If you put your figure with a light, it generally makes the eyes look like they light up.
You need this, Jay. This thing is fucking awesome.
It's cool, but I've got an MP Megatron. I just don't really.
Yeah, but it doesn't do that.
Well, yeah, but see, the problem with that is battery operated, right? So
yes.
if I could display it with the eyes light up too, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it. There you go.
Yeah. See, if I could display it with the lights on all the time, I might be tempted to get it. But battery operated things, it's like, you can have the light on for 2 seconds and then it goes off. No,
it doesn't. It stays on indefinitely until you turn it off. And you got to use it.
Well, then your battery goes.
You got to use the gun that's on his back to do it.
What kind of batteries? Is it watch batteries or is it regular batteries?
Some Japanese battery that I had to order from Amazon.
What is it, like those little circle watch type batteries?
Yeah, but they're like this big, and I kept dropping them. And the ones I got from Amazon, they were from like a foreign seller, and when I opened it, it was like a punch in the face of nail polish smell. So I sent those back and got other ones.
No, I mean, I admit it's really nice. It's a really nice looking figure, but
I'm definitely in for Optimus and at least Starscream. Maybe Soundwave. I only had one quality control issue. He comes with a smiling head, and the eyes weren't glued in properly, so when I put it on, it doesn't lock in place. But I just like the head that I kept on it.
Like if they do Soundwave, though, will they be able to make it so he has cassettes that will fit inside him?
Well, Optimus has the Matrix, so I'm going to assume so, yeah.
Is Optimus going to have a trailer or anything like that?
No.
I mean, I know they don't transform, so...
No.
It's funny because there used to be a time where Transformer fans would be like, I'm not going to buy a Transformer that doesn't transform.
My friend is like that.
That's like retarded. Like, why would you buy a Transformer that doesn't transform? But now you see like everybody doing non-transforming Transformers.
I'm going to tell you, it's all Robo's fault that I bought that Megatron. Because he just did not stop talking about it.
And he
hasn't even opened his.
Robo, you listen to him and it's like he can make any toy sound like it's like the best thing since sliced bread. I mean, I don't believe that he really thinks every toy that he says is as great as it is, but he can certainly sell it.
Jay, he got me to buy a pancake cowboy. That's all I'm going to say.
A what?
He got me to buy that man cake figure from Fortnite. I don't even play
The
Fortnite.
yeah.
And I have it just sitting on the shelf over there next to Conan and Alf.
Judge Dredd says he just got the 97 Nightcrawler from Amazon.
I passed on that.
You got some of those, though.
I got Goblin Queen and Cyclops.
I just got pre-ordered. I was late to the game. I didn't pre-order them ahead of time, but I saw Cyclops was like selling out everywhere. So, but I managed to catch him in stock on Amazon. He's not like right now. My shipping date isn't until the end of the month, but I went on and got Cyclops.
See, another person got nabbed by Robo Comics 1017. He got the cartoon collection He-Man figures. I'm just glad that I finally, after all these years, have a Cyclops figure that doesn't have a chip on his nose. I've had two of them, and because they always used to paint over the blue plastic, it always had a chip on the end of his nose.
Well, I already have two different Jim Lee Cyclopses, Marvel Legends Cyclopses.
Yeah, so do I.
Actually, from Hasbro. I've got the one with the jacket, and then I got the first one. But the only reason why I decided to get this one is I wanted the optic blast, that you can stick in his eye, which, I'm probably going to take that head sculpt.
It wobbles.
Stick it on the one with the jacket. But
if you put the head sculpt from the one with the jacket on the new figure, it wobbles. It's too big.
If you put the
head sculpt
from the new figure
from the
one with the jacket,
I can't get the head sculpt from the new figure on the old one unless I heat it up. It's the hole's a little smaller.
Well, I don't mind heating it up, but
I was afraid I was going to break the neck peg, and I like that jacket figure. Other than I need to touch up his nose because it has a chip on it.
Yeah, I like the jacket figure. And the first one they did, I don't mind. The only thing I hate about the first one is I hate that the little straps around his legs are always
the exact reason why I bought the new one, because I wanted one that didn't have straps on it.
Zoo Boy, when is Gene? That whole wave is out. I think Amazon shipped their people who pre-ordered it back when it first went up. I think they've already been getting their orders from Amazon, but then they sold out at least with some of them, and now they're kind of periodically restocking. But I'm pretty sure that whole wave is pretty much out there.
I took advantage of my free shipping and Hasbro Pulse discounts and made my own Jean Grey. I got the VHS cel-shaded one that they did. I just popped the head off and put it on the 3-pack one, and now I have a nice, pretty face-printed Jean Grey.
Now I'm good with the Jean that I have.
I did the same thing with Storm. I got the animated one, threw away the Mohawk head, and put the animated VHS one.
Well, the problem with my Storm is her knees buckle.
I have mine on a flight stand for that very reason.
Yeah. I'm going to get Nightcrawler because I need a second Nightcrawler. Because I have one on the arcade machine back there, and I need another one for my Excalibur team.
I'm happy with the one I have up there. I just can't wait for a new Sabretooth, but I'm very disheartened to hear that he doesn't stand up very well.
Zooboy says he's pre-ordered the whole wave from Amazon, except Gene hasn't. That's weird. I don't know why.
Yeah, I've seen a few reviews for Sabretooth, and he doesn't stand up well.
Oh, yeah? Top-heavy or the legs don't?
Apparently, he's very top-heavy, and the pins in his feet just start going forward.
I have that on pre-order.
Me too.
I forget where
Amazon.
It's either Amazon or Big Bad Toy Store. I forget, but
I don't think he was available on Big Bad. That was the Amazon one.
No, it wasn't an Amazon exclusive. It was
available
on Amazon.
You're right.
But it was available everywhere. Amazon didn't carry all the Wolverine 2-packs, but they definitely, because they knew that was going to be a hot seller. I mean, everybody's been wanting a proper size Sabretooth.
Yeah, because all the other ones were awful.
Now, Hasbro has said, Dan Young has specifically said that there is another anniversary 2-pack, Wolverine 2-pack that they've not yet revealed.
What could possibly be in that?
Well, I can tell you one will be Wolverine.
Well, no shit.
But yeah, I don't know. I can't see them putting like Rachel Summers Phoenix in with a Wolverine 2-pack, but yeah, I would definitely get it if they did.
I don't know. I looked up. I don't remember if I found it, if they were ever together in a comic. I think they were. I'm pretty sure it was a brown suit Wolverine.
That's what it says. Not standing is typical of Hasbro, but it's a shame. But like, if it's just not standing very well because it's top heavy, I mean, I don't know if I really blame Hasbro for that, because they made, I mean, Sabretooth's proportions are kind of weird, right? Because he's like got the really big giant mane on his shoulders and stuff, but he's like really, kind of thin towards the up. So, they made it accurate looking.
I think it's because
I don't know how you circumvent the being top heavy.
Everything I've seen has had him standing up straight, and Sabretooth was always bent over. So maybe if you distribute the weight a little bit, he'll stand up.
I don't know. It'll probably be like 3 months before I get mine, but what's up?
I wish Hasbro would sell these, the stands for the Cobra and the Joes. They come with the retro figures.
Oh, do they?
I wish they would sell them.
I've never opened any of the retro figures, so I haven't actually.
Well, I got.
Well, that's not true. I opened Gung Ho, but I forgot about the stand.
But Walmart sent me 2 Storm Shadows, 2 Destros, and 2 Gung Hos. But I only ordered 1 of each.
I've got Gung Ho, Destro, Baroness, Lady J. I got 2 Gung Hos because I opened one. And then
I have all the Cobra guys sealed on my wall.
I got the Crimson Guard. Walmart sent it to me with the card ripped. Like I've yet to get one of those retro card Walmart figures without the card being at least bent. So that's kind of why I gave up on them, because I was going to get them all to have like, mint, keep them on the card backs, but they made those card backs so thin that if you breathe on them wrong, they bend.
Meanwhile, the Spider-Man figure takes me like 15 minutes to get into when I try to open them, because there's like 3 layers of cards.
So yeah, I mean, I think Amazon sold out on their initial run, so now you're waiting for them to get another shipment of figures in from Hasbro. But like if you pre-ordered your Gene, if you pre-ordered your Gene back when they first went up for pre-order, it's kind of weird that it didn't ship out with the other figures.
Feels like the 90s again. Batman figures selling out, X-Men figures selling out.
Well, everybody's reducing orders.
I know.
Though to be fair, like for instance, Big Bad Toy Store and the McFarlane figure selling out so quickly. That's more Big Bad Toy Store than McFarlane. Big Bad Toy Store cut back their orders of McFarlane stuff. And this is something I think a lot of people don't really think about, but these retailers, when they have to place their orders for these figures, all they have to go by is a name. They don't get to see the figure. They don't know what it's going to look like. They don't know how well it's going to be made. All they get is, and sometimes it's just a freaking code name, and they have to decide how many they want to order based on that. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous when you think about it. And they get those
piece of shit Superman figures that just came out.
So, I think, Big Bad Toy Store just cut back their orders, because they were being left with a lot of unsold merchandise. But I think they probably cut back too much, and now they're selling out really quick. So, and they'll adjust given time, but that's kind of what you're seeing with some of that.
I've noticed a lot of things lately. I think if I think too long about it, it's gone, and I just go, nah, I didn't need it.
Yeah. I don't.
I mean, those Bring Arts Final Fantasy figures that everybody was making the cracks about, that the prices were $129 each. Tifa, Cloud, and Aerith, they sold out in like 2 days or so.
Yeah, but again, those were probably made in very limited numbers to begin with. It's hard to really tell whether something's really that popular or if it's just it was made with a very limited run.
So we had a lot of stuff today.
I agreed gnarly that figures, though, I don't know. 9 times out of 10, the figure stands that come with McFarlane figures, I just toss into a drawer.
Those things are not helpful in any way.
And I mean, part of it with the figure stand is they take up, like I only have so much shelf space, right? And a figure stand often will take up more room than the figure itself. And so I just usually end up ditching the figure stand and go, unless it's like a figure that just refuses to stand. Like, for instance, those NECA frog figures from the turtle line, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. They don't stand up for nothing.
Like, the legs will not stay together. So, like, you stick it on the shelf, and the legs will just, like, go.
Chrome
so
Dome
finally,
did that to me.
I just took a rubber band and did it around the legs. So, my 3 of the 4 frog figures have rubber bands around their legs. So
Chrome Dome does that to me. Like, I'll look over, and he's just got his legs all the way across the shelf.
Yeah, it's just... They would not... I don't know why those legs will not stay together, but... And the Lady J figure for G.I. Joe's kind of that way, too. Not nearly as bad as those frog figures, but if you, like, start to move her around, her legs will start to...
I can't wait for the new Duke to come.
Yeah, the retro card back one.
So I can take that first Duke and throw it right in the garbage where it belonged.
I don't dislike that figure, but...
That was the... Duke, Roadblock, Gung Ho, and Cobra Commander were the only 4 figures I got from that initial run of G.I. Joe, where I was like, no, this ain't working for me.
I do not like the original Roadblock that they did. I'm glad they gave us that Amazon one, but the Duke one, the Duke and Scarlet didn't bother me. I mean, I am looking forward to the retro card pack versions, but I don't mind the first ones that they did. The weapons, like Duke's rifle, I'm not a fan of that rifle that they gave him, but the figure itself I don't think is too bad. And the thing I hate about the Scarlet is her... I don't know why they made that crossbow like 2 different pieces, because that one piece just never... It always falls off.
It's like Chewbacca's bowcast. None of my Chewbacca's have the bowcast on the front of it because I got tired of it falling off.
Mm-hmm. The Snake Eyes was okay.
Actually, I have almost all the Snake Eyes. There's not a single one that I don't like, and he's not even a character that I care for.
I know. Well, that's not true. I've got the command. I didn't get the very first Snake Eyes, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive one. I didn't get that one because I didn't like it, and I knew they were going to do a regular version. So and I have no complaints about passing on that one. But I have the Visor one, and I have the Commando one, and I have the Fortnite one. Though I never opened the Fortnite one, so it's still in the package.
I didn't get the Fortnite one, and I didn't get the reissue with Timber.
I got the first one with Timber.
Yeah, me too.
Second one.
I got the first one, though, because I wanted to see what the figures are going to be like. I never took it out of the box, though. I just opened it and put it in the closet.
Yeah.
I have the golden black Cobra Commander, too.
All right, well, since our main topic of discussion tonight is supposed to be the McFarlane listings, let's jump into that.
Bookworm!
So, a lot of stuff coming, though. Look at how much of that stuff is going to be store exclusives, and everything that's gold label is going to be some type of store exclusive.
Yeah, don't remind me.
The Superman with Eagle. I think that's literally going to be like a statue.
Yeah.
Because in the comics where they had that, they made a statue of Superman where he's holding the eagle. And
I think it's going to be the Superman, the Action Comics 1000 cover. Doesn't he have an eagle on that too?
Yeah, but see how it says gold, bronze?
Oh, you're right.
and then it says gold label, so it's going to be exclusive. But I think there's going to be a gold one and a bronze one, and I think it's basically essentially going to be like an action figure of Superman based on the statue that they put up in Metropolis. I don't know what Red Hood Frostbite means. I guess is that a storyline?
I have no idea. I'm interested to see what Fire is going to look like also.
Yeah, and what's her partner's name?
Ice.
Ice. Yeah, I think she was listed in a previous leaked list. So
I want to know why the Manhunters, Sportsmaster, and Reverse Flash just say Chase. Like
I don't know if that's like platinum or yeah, I don't know. And another Tim Drake.
That Mr. Freeze better be better than the last one.
Yeah, I don't know how that'll differ. How's Future's End Booster Gold going to differ from the one that we already got?
Well, he has a different outfit, if I'm not mistaken. I'm so mad that Punchline is in a 2-pack.
I don't even know who Punchline is.
It was his replacement for Harley at one point.
Oh, yeah? Well, then it makes sense he's in a 2-pack, right?
Yeah, but I already have like 14 Jokers. I don't need another one.
You can never have too many Jokers. It's like Batman. I mean,
look, I love the Joker, but even I have my limits.
I am looking forward to the classic DC Classic Darkseid as a mega figure. So I hope he's not too big. Like I like the one that DC Collectibles did back in the day, but I always thought it was too big. So,
is Sergeant Rock just going to come with like a rolling pin or something? I mean, he can't come with any guns.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I don't know. And it's not even a like a gold label figure, but it's part of the collector edition. So he's supposed to have more accessories, right? Because he's going to be a collector edition.
What's he going to come with? I mean, I can know with grenades and stuff like that, but he needs a gun.
Can they include grenades?
I don't know. I don't work for WB.
I mean, if he can't have a gun, surely he can't have a grenade either.
What's he going to come with then? Cupcakes?
I really don't know. Does he have a pet or something? Does he have like a dog or?
I don't think so. If he was, it's going to be like a brick in the package, like Crypto.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. That'll be interesting to see.
I agree with Judge Dreads. I got a bunch of Darkseids. I don't need any more.
I don't have a good, fairly normal sized comic book based Darkseid. I have the movie Darkseid that McFarlane did. I have the DC Collectibles one, the New 52 Darkseid. I never got like the Mattel DC Classics Darkseid. So.
I had to Gorilla Glue the shoulder pads to that Darkseid back onto it.
Which one?
The New 52 one.
The DC Collectible one.
Yeah, I want to know what bonehead decided to make the Batman Beyond pack come without Batman Beyond.
Well, they've already done Batman Beyond.
They haven't reissued the animated one.
That's about Bruce Wayne and
yeah, that's going to be the reissue of that Batman the Animated Series figure. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So why not reissue Batman Beyond with it?
I don't know, but I don't know. That's a good question. I hadn't even thought about that because
I have a lot of questions about this list. Like I don't remember what Nightwing from Batman 66 looks like either.
Well, that's got to be a comic book based figure because Nightwing was never in there. Either that, I don't know. Like, their list is Batman 66, but those figures that are based on the 60s cartoon.
It's your favorite outfit, Jay, the one with the collar.
Oh, is it? Did you Google it?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't like that look for him. And what the hell's Wax Robin? What?
I'm definitely looking that up.
Alfred. I'll get Alfred. I definitely will. If it's a 66 Batman Alfred, I will definitely get.
What about Bookworm?
I'll probably get Bookworm. I don't remember him quite as much, but
I have no idea what Wax Robin is, and I'm not going to click on any of these pictures because some of them are
Space
blurred out.
Batman. Space Batman.
Some of them are blurred out, so I don't want to know what's behind them.
And I don't know why they're reissuing the 66 Batmobile with the Joker figure.
Yeah, unless it's got Joker paint all over it.
Is it a Jokerized Batmobile?
Ooh. But it's gold label, so that usually either means Amazon or their store, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be the same 66 Batmobile that we already got, either repainted or just they stuck a Joker figure in there with it. But
that White Knight Batmobile is going to be one big hulking piece of plastic, let me tell you.
I'm not familiar with.
I don't have it here, but it's packed away. But I had the one when Costco made one, and I could kill a man with it if I hit him with it.
It'll probably be very similar. Who made that one?
Spin Master. Yeah. It's for their 12-inch line.
Yeah, but those always work with the 7.
My friend, he found it at Costco, and he just sent it to me for Christmas. Oh, I opened it up. I was like, oh.
Is that what that one is? The one Spin Master did?
Yeah.
Because that's like a classic
Batmobile. No. It looks like... I can't send it to you through the... I don't know how to send it through the chat. But it's a cool-looking Batmobile. It's just, I can't see that thing being too small.
I mean, with McFarlane, it's just going to be like a solid piece of plastic.
Yeah. With a canopy that doesn't match.
That'll be the first release.
There you go.
So, what is it? Kind of hollow between the two wheels?
It's got a bike there.
Oh, a bike?
Yeah.
So that, like, ejects out?
Yeah.
Well, that'd be kind of cool.
Then it looks like the end of a plug.
That'll be interesting.
I get excited for these McFarlane lists, and then he shows things like that Page Puncher Superman wave, and I'm like, ugh.
And then the DC, the superpower stuff.
I wish I could get excited for that, but for some reason I can't.
We saw the Booster Gold on the packaging of the Blue Beetle.
I did order that vehicle. The Beetle Mobile.
Yeah. And then they've got a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive.
I had no idea that there was a little blurb underneath these two ads that says Movie Maniacs Rob Zombie.
Oh, yeah. They're Music Maniacs.
Oh. Excuse me.
So I guess, I mean, Super 7 does all those musician figures, so I guess McFarlane wanted to get in on it. NECA did some too as well, so.
I will get Connor Kent when it comes out.
If it's in the black shirt, like the one I'm wearing,
it has to be. It just has to be. What else would we put him in?
Is that the only? I mean, he's wearing other outfits, hasn't
he? Yeah, he wore that outfit where Todd McFarlane didn't give us the glasses for him, the original one. From Return to Superman.
Yeah. Well, that's not the same Superboy. Those are two different Superboys, right?
No, I think they're the same.
You don't the one from Superman Returns?
I'm pretty sure they're the same.
Yeah, the Superman. No, the one where he wears the black T-shirt is a different Superboy from the one where Superman came back to life.
I am interested to see what Metallo looks like.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I have a good Metallo figure. The Mattel one falls apart if I look at it.
We've already got Reverse Flash before, so again, I don't know what Chase.
And like, is Tim Drake just a Robin, or is it just going to be like Tim Drake?
It says like, DC Rebirth.
And like his clothes.
And we've seen a prototype of the Cyborg Superman.
Yeah, I refuse to acknowledge that.
I don't really. See if I can pull that up.
As long as he doesn't give us that Tim Drake with that shit brown costume where he calls himself Drake, I'm all right.
So, like, this is the Cyborg Superman I want. But...
Yeah, I just got that figure. Oh, that.
Yeah, this one.
That guy's been posting a picture of that figure for like 8 months.
Well, yeah, the original image was posted back in April of last year. So, looks like he's finally coming.
Oh.
But I don't like that look.
I don't ever remember him looking like that.
Well, it says New 52, so I guess...
Oh, I bailed on New 52, so that's probably why. No, don't show those.
You don't even like Brainiac?
No! Why does he have tiny little dwarf legs?
It's still available on Amazon.
And Ghost Zod looks like something out of Pirates of the Caribbean.
I mean, I'm not buying it, but I actually kind of like the Ghost Zod. It's kind of an interest with the translucent plastic and stuff.
If that figure gets marked down to like $5, I'll pick him up.
The Cyborg Superman thing, that I could definitely do without. Though those armor pieces...
Even without the armor, it looks ugly. I can't tell you how mad I am that Warduke is a Walmart first exclusive.
Warduke?
Yeah, that Dungeons and Dragons anniversary figure.
Oh, yeah.
Because nothing says friendly collector package, get it mid condition like Walmart.
Yeah. I assume it will eventually be available at other retailers.
It has to be. They can't just bone us like that. And he's like the one everybody wants the most.
Well, like NECA is doing an actual live stream during Walmart Collector Con, I guess on the Walmart website. So, yeah, I guess they're trying to get really good with Walmart. So.
Puppyplex wants to know who's doing the Warduke. NECA. It's right up.
Yeah.
You could show him.
Yeah, so this is one of the Walmart Collector Con reveals for the day. This was the only image they had? Oh,
no, there's more. That was the image I liked. And if I was putting them up...
So I have the first one they did.
I have a question. Everything that we put up, though, it says 315. Well, what's going up on the 14th?
No, these are going up on the 14th.
No, click on the link. Now it says 315. I was just editing it for us.
Well, I know the...
It said the 14th this morning, but now it's the 15th.
Well, I know the Hasbro stuff's going up on the 14th.
That's good. You've been wanting that Captain America for a long time.
Where does it actually have the date?
On the bottom.
Oh, over here. Yes. Yeah.
But
so
it said
all the
they were like loading that stuff as we were going through it today, so it was such a pain.
I think honestly, this Captain America is the only thing I'm going to be buying from CollectorCon this year.
Oh, you're not going to get the Night Force Jason Ferreira? Shockwave.
I'm not really doing it in the Night Force, and I don't need another. I mean, it's cool looking. Don't get me wrong, but I don't really need a repaint of the Ram Cycle or Shockwave.
No.
And it's $55. So I mean, it's cool.
It's a nice looking figure, but I don't need it.
I like the colors of it and everything, but I don't really have room for it, and Shockwave's not a favorite character of mine, even though I thought they did a really good job with that Shockwave figure.
Yeah.
Not a favorite character. I actually ended up liking that figure, but
I like the Night Force one. I just don't need everything else that comes with it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm double checking everything now because I feel like they duped us.
A lot of wrestling figures.
All the wrestling stuff now says the 15th. You sons of... Now I gotta wait an extra day to be disappointed.
Is the Masters of the Universe stuff on the 15th?
I'm checking.
Yep.
You keep talking.
Yeah, they are. This Trapjaw.
Trapjaw?
Yeah, it's this what's it called?
Mousejaw?
No. This
Krang.
Terror.
Oh, him.
Snake Man figure. I mean, it's Trapjaw's body and Lizard guy. What? Jeez.
You just call him Lizard Man. His name is Lord Grasp.
No. The Masters of the Universe Skeletor henchman with the tail. Green lizard guy. Name's totally like slipped.
Whiplash?
Is it Whiplash? Yeah. So that's Whiplash's head, right?
Yeah.
Or is that one of is that Whiplash's head, or is it one of Two Bad's heads?
It's Whiplash's head. That's supposed to be. They made those in classics, and it was like a Lost Wave that they were going to make, but it was all going to be repaints.
Yeah, it's just kit bashing parts from other figures.
Yeah. Oh, there was a lot of wrestling though. I'm glad I cut back on that.
And I mean, a lot of these are all repaint. I mean, these Transformer ones.
I didn't see any of those because I was zoomed in on what I wanted.
This is a Cyclonus repaint.
Yeah. I don't even know who Cyclonus is.
You've never seen the Transformers animated movie?
I've watched it, and I know aspects of it, but once they offed Megatron and Starscream, I lost interest.
Well, was it Skywarp or... I don't know. Unicron transformed one of the Decepticons into Cyclonus. And he was Galvatron's right-hand man.
That Turtle Pack, I feel like I've seen those Ninja Turtles released like 100 times.
Yeah, and yet they still always seem to sell.
Yeah.
The Grasp guy, the Masters of the Universe Grasp, is that how you say it?
Lord Grasp, yeah.
Grasp, yeah, Lord Grasp. So that's a new head sculpt, right?
I have to look at it. Yeah.
He's got Clawful's
hand.
One of Clawful's hands.
I have the classics version of that. I was stupid though. I bought it parted out from somebody. I should have just bought the whole set, so I could have got all the figures that was in it.
Other than the head, I think everything else is just reused parts.
I wouldn't even be surprised if they remolded the classics head for that figure. You're definitely getting Masterverse Snout Spout, right?
Oh yeah, that thing is sweet looking.
Yeah, I don't even like Snout Spout, and I was like,
You don't like Snout Spout? I've always liked him.
No, I always thought he was lame when I was a kid, and I got him.
He's like the fireman of Masters of the Universe.
He was cool in Revolution, whatever the hell it was called.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't have much airtime. I don't even think he had a voice, did he?
Yeah, he did. He said a couple words.
I know Rio Blast was the guy who did Batman's voice in Batman Brave and the Bold and King Randor. I can't remember anybody's name whenever I'm on camera.
But I love that they. So that's kind of cool too. So it has water blasting ability, like like the original figure. But then they also looks like they're giving you this water effect piece that you can put in there if you don't want to actually use real water.
Yeah, I'm very leery to put water in my toys only because I don't want mold.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have that Bowser where you put the water in and he blows smoke. But I'm not putting water in my $50 Massive Snout Spout.
It's not 50. Well,
it's going to be $50 with shipping.
Yeah, bro. Maybe it's not that expensive to ship.
I don't know. I always get it's always like
14. But yeah, after shipping, it'll probably be pretty close to $50. But
I think I fixed everything.
Puppy Black says, I would love a Snake Armor He-Man in the scale. I won't buy $100 classics. I wouldn't mind. Yeah, Snake Armor He-Man. A Masterverse.
Did they make him?
He-Man.
Oh, Masterverse? No, they didn't make Masterverse.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing. I mean, especially, I'm not a huge Snake man. Yeah, I never was that fond of the Snake, but
I don't know. Whenever they bring the Snake Man in, I feel like the cartoon just fails.
It does kind of. Puppy Plex. I mean, Grizzler we got was smaller than Beastman. Which one? The Masterverse one? Yeah, the only thing I don't like about Masterverse is the scales aren't consistent.
Oh yeah, like Hero is ginormous compared to He-Man.
Well, like when they jump around from doing like Revelation or doing a New Eternia version, or so like the first Skeletor, the Revelation Skeletor, he's way too small compared to most of the other figures that they've done since those first waves. So
yeah,
I wish they would be a little more consistent with the scale on them.
Oh, I agree with you. All the dates are fixed.
Good. Of course, they'll probably change again between now and next week.
I couldn't believe it when I was going through the wrestlers. It was like 1 minute it said 314, the next minute, like the Joe's is 314. Night is Shockwave. So I guess all the Hasbro stuff goes up on Thursday.
Yeah, all the Hasbro stuff's definitely going up on the first day.
And Mattel and NECA are Friday. And Jazzwares.
But I thought for sure those Slaughter Marauder figures are going to go up during Walmart CollectorCon. So I'm really curious to see how those end up getting released.
I'm going to go with PulseCon.
You think?
Yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense.
San Diego Comic-Con, maybe.
That would be an awful thing to do.
But I mean, I don't know where these pictures originated from, but obviously somebody had these figures in hand already. So
I agree with Puppyplex. The New Eternia Beastman is the best Beastman they've made.
Yeah, I agree.
I had to fix my back. Sorry.
Most of the New Eternia versions are better.
Even the Triclops, but I like the Revelation Triclops that I have.
Yeah. I got Triclops, the New Eternia one, just because I bought it. I bought a set from Entertainment Earth, and I was like, I don't hate it, so I'll just go on and get the whole set.
I didn't like New Eternia Man at Arms, so I took the extra pieces from that Target set and made Revelation Man at Arms when he armors up.
Look at you.
Nope.
Show it again. So you did what?
This is the new Eternia Man-at-Arms, but I took the
Right.
extra pieces that came with the Target Duncan from Revelation, and I made the armored up one.
I know the orange doesn't quite match up right.
Only on the one leg, because the armor is attached on this leg for some reason. But all the other pieces are from that set.
Well, the collar piece is kind of a different shade.
That's because there's a overhead light. See?
I got you.
But that's my favorite look from Man-at-Arms, and they didn't even make it. So
yeah, I forget. I think I just have the first Man-at-Arms on my shelf. I got the Target one, but I never opened it.
That's a good question too. It says is everything going to be pre-orders or anything in stock? Because usually NECA stuff is in stock, right? On these collector.
What are we talking about? CollectorCon? No,
Yeah.
I think everything's pre-order. I don't think Walmart has in stock stuff.
I wonder if NECA will be filling them like they do with Target.
Yeah, it says the Joe repaints would be great San Diego Comic-Con figures because I don't want them.
Well,
somebody was passing a rumor around, and I don't know. I can't remember if we talked about this before, but
you and I
talked about this.
You and I did,
and I have no idea if it's true or not. But somebody was saying Starduster was going to be a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, I think, and then what was the San Diego Comic-Con?
Condor.
Yeah, the bird guy, right? Yeah. Is it Condor or that's not his name?
Yeah, it's Condor and Crystal Ball, isn't it?
Raptor, isn't it?
Raptor. There you go. Raptor.
Yeah.
Raptor and Crystal Ball.
Well, Crystal Ball was not met. I would love to see Crystal Ball. You said that was one of the names.
I could have sworn that they name announced him, but it was during that time where you were gone for personal reasons. And
yeah,
I must have been hallucinating.
They've done so many name reveals that I lose track.
I might have been hallucinating by that time. I can't see them not making them.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, when are they going to show Nemesis Enforcer?
I hate. Well, that's a name. Another. I mean, there's like a huge list of names they've given us that they've not shown us. It's hard to believe they're going to get all of those out this year.
And if they're going to make Nemesis Enforcer, I want a deluxe Globulus. And he better come with a time worm.
And Pythona, right?
Yes. But he better come with... I would buy a full-size prop replica of a time worm. Because that's one of the most ridiculous things he ever did in that movie.
What?
A time worm completes its journey. Just press the button.
No, he couldn't because he had to wait for the pods to finish whatever.
Just like
how he set the time worm to match up exactly for when the pods were going to be right for detonating. I have no idea, but
I'm just glad when they announce more troopers because that saves me money.
Slice. I'm surprised they haven't. The way they love ninjas, I'm surprised they haven't announced Slice and Dice yet.
I think Pixel Dan would faint if they announced Slice and Dice.
I mean, I'm sure that they're going to come at some point, but
he loves his Ninja Force, Pixel Dan.
I want they need to finish up the original. I want to see Zap, and I know you don't like these guys, but I want to see Zap. I want to see Short Fuse, Flash, Grand Slam.
I had Grand Slam.
We need to get those original figures. And I also, even though he wasn't original, I also want to see a Blowtorch figure.
Me too. I also want, is it High Tech?
Mainframe?
Mainframe.
Or no.
Mainframe.
Or Sci-Fi.
Sci-Fi, Mainframe, and Lifeline are 3 figures I want.
Yeah, I don't have as much. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing those, but my attachment to like that era of figures, like Lifeline and Leatherneck and Dial Tone and Mainframe.
I agree with the MM1215. I'm not big on the name reveals. Just show me a picture.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the name reveals, but
Oh,
I feel like
we
we've
get.
got far more name reveals than we do.
I'm gonna get in a fight, Jay. My nose is itchy.
You're gonna sneeze on us.
No, my mom always told me when if your nose is itchy, you're gonna get in a fight.
Coco says Flash and Grand Slam are the same. Well, I mean, yes, Hasbro took the same figure and one had silver pads and the other had red pads. So I actually think originally Flash had silver pads and then they switched them to red, I think. But yeah, they are essentially the same figure. I mean, a lot of those figures were reused.
And a couple of figures that I want, they'll never make, like Refrigerator Perry and Big Lob.
Yeah. Well, and I wouldn't mind airtight would be a kind of a cool figure. I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind airtight.
Let's not lie, Jay. No matter who they make, we're gonna buy them.
Yeah, most of them.
I just don't buy the troopers anymore.
Well, if they're regular troopers, I buy them. But I'm not doing like Tiger Force and Night Force and Python Patrol. I'm not really.
I do Tiger Force. I'm getting Tiger Force Tripwire.
in Roblox.
Yes, with his weird scars on his face.
I saw Python Patrol. Copperhead at Target.
I didn't get that one.
I didn't get it, but I was tempted.
I wanted that.
Copperhead actually appeared in the cartoon more in his Python Patrol look than he did. I mean, it was the Dick series, but he appeared more in the cartoon in that Python Patrol outfit than he did in his original outfit.
Space became an issue when they decided to make 10 billion different figures at once. So I was like, I'll just cut back. I have regular Copperhead. And
Christopher says no, Flash didn't originally have gray pads. I'm pretty sure one of them, if it wasn't Flash, then maybe it was Grand Slam. I don't know. I feel like maybe I just imagined that, but I thought at one point they both had like the same color pads, and then they switched one of them.
They need to make us a TV with Sergeant Slaughter doing calisthenics on it.
But Flash was always funny because, like, whenever he didn't show up in the cartoon that much, but like he was the laser rifle trooper of G.I. Joe. But yet in the cartoon they all used lasers. So Flash really, the one time Flash appeared, I think he had like a flame.
I like Cuckoo. He said he remembers the fridge doing Corn King bacon commercials. Did you have the Refrigerator Perry figure?
I did not.
No.
I'd quit collecting G.I. Joe by the time it came out.
I even had that ugly Sergeant Slaughter that came with that other tank.
Wasn't the fridge figure a mail-away figure?
It was.
Yeah. The only mail-away... The original Hooded Cobra Commander was a mail-away figure, I think.
Yeah.
And I got the Manta, the little surfboard with the sail. That was a mail-away.
You had that?
Yeah, I got that.
Wasn't Zartan's skiff mail-away?
No, that came with Zartan. Like Zartan and his skiff came together.
I wish they'd make that. Somebody made a nice third-party version of that. You almost got me to buy it, but I decided not to.
Yeah, I've seen guys like with 3D printers who've made out some pretty nice 6-inch scales. And I agree, that was a missed opportunity. I mean, it's not that they couldn't go back and do it eventually, but I feel like that San Diego Comic-Con exclusive one they did with the color change ability.
Mm-hmm.
That was San Diego, right?
Yeah.
But that one should have come with the skiff the swamp skier, not skiff, but the swamp skier.
I got that figure, but Hasbro sent it to me. It looked like it had been through war with G.I. Joe. It just was not in good shape.
Cooker asked, was Zartan's fake face supposed to be anyone in particular? I don't think so, but I would not swear on it. But to me, it was kind of weird because, well, no, I guess in the cartoon at least, he wore like latex masks or something.
What do you think the HasLab will be this year?
Didn't you? Was it last week or the week before? I did a live stream where we talked about that. But
no, last week I didn't care about.
Yeah, I think I actually have absolutely no idea, other than I feel pretty confident saying it's going to be a Cobra vehicle, but my feeling, and it's just purely based on nothing, is Cobra Rattler.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
Because I feel like we got, on the G.I. Joe side, we have the Dragonfly, but we don't really have, other than the Trouble Bubble, bless you, other than the Trouble Bubble, we don't really have a good Cobra air vehicle.
Those Trouble Bubbles are far from good vehicles. Guys dangling out the bottom with a piece of glass in front of them.
Well, I like the Trouble Bubble, but
Me
I feel like
I'd be pissed if I worked for Cobra and they're like, yeah, you're flying the Trouble Bubbles today.
Well, that's what, like, I was talking about the Ferret and how they're including a motorcycle helmet with the Scout. Like, I'm like, yeah, Cobra doesn't care about safety. They're not going to spend money on a motorcycle helmet. And then people are like, but all Cobra soldiers have helmets. And I'm like, yeah.
They worry about safety. They have visors that they wear goggles over them. Like the Vipers.
Yeah, they have their guys eject out of helicopters. Like, I've never, like, how do you eject out of a helicopter and not end up in the propeller? Now, I'd love to see a Fang helicopter, but I feel like that's something Hasbro could do that's not it's smaller vehicle, so it's kind of like on par with the Vamp Jeep. So I feel like the Fang helicopter is too small for HasLab.
There are so many vehicles I'd want, but they're all humongous and they're never going to make them.
I mean, like a Night Raven, but I feel like Cobra Rattler would be better than the Night Raven.
I mean, what's the plane that they made that was a HasLab for the 3 3/4 figures?
That was the Sky Striker.
I would love a classified Sky Striker.
You can see it behind me.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got that. I would love a classified series Sky Striker, but I'd have to move out of my house to store it somewhere.
I mean, it would be wider than like the Dragonfly, but it's on par. It would be on. It's about similar sized vehicle. So I mean, I think they could do it, and they may even eventually do it as a HasLab. But
Cobra Mamba, I'd get Cobra Mamba.
What was the Mamba? That was the.
I don't want to get it wrong. Make sure I'm seeing it right.
Thunder Machine.
It's like 3 helicopters together.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
It's purple.
But see, the Cobra Mamba is not. You gotta realize with a HasLab, it's got to be something that's going to appeal to as many people as possible. Otherwise, it won't get funded. So when you start getting into the more obscure vehicles that came out later in the line, I don't think it's going to have as much wide appeal. So I feel like they're going to stick more with original type vehicles.
You have a perfect visual aid for that. It's called the Ghost Rider car. Nobody wanted that.
Yeah. I mean, there were people who wanted it, just not enough people. So.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's what I think. So you've got on the Joe. So right now on the Joe side, we've got the Vamp coming. I mean, that'll be out soon.
March 12th.
the Ram cycle. We've got the Dragonfly coming at the end of the year. So we've got 3 Joe vehicles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Missing. And then on the Cobra side, and I'm not going to count Serpentor's Sky Sled, and I'm not going to count that stupid motorcycle that came with Baroness. But we've got the Trouble Bubble. We've got the Trouble Bubble. We've got the Hiss Tank. And, I think Cobra needs.
And the Ferret coming.
Yeah, and the Ferret coming. So,
which I'm not getting.
I mean, they could go to water. So maybe a water moccasin. So
I think the Thunder Machine is a good guess too.
That's a possibility. I mean, especially with their love of dreadnoughts. I mean, like we're getting so many dreadnoughts.
We're still missing the original one.
We've got Zartan. We've got Zorana. We've got all 3 of the original dreadnoughts now. They
name dropped Xandar.
We've got Nagahide.
So, we need Monkey Wrench.
Well, if they're gonna give us, Monkey Wrench, and then who drove the Thunder Machine? Brasher, right? That was his name.
Yes. And we need Road Pig, right? Road Pig.
Yeah. But yeah, Thunder Machine's actually not. I could see them possibly doing that. I'd rather see like a Cobra Rattler than the Thunder
Who's
Machine.
The guy? It was a figure where he was a Cobra Trooper and he became a G.I. Joe.
You talking about one of Sergeant Slaughter's guys?
I can't remember his name.
He's a football. No,
not the football guy. He was just a Cobra. He was a Cobra guy that just became.
Yeah,
part of.
What you're talking about, but I forget his name now.
Mercer.
Yeah, Mercer. Yeah.
I had that figure as a kid. I want a classified version of him.
Did they didn't do Mercer? Did they?
I'm thinking that the anniversary line. And I wasn't a kid, but I know I have a Mercer figure in 3.
Yeah, I've got the. They did a box set with all those
from Entertainment Earth, right?
I think it was like online, but yeah. So I've got all those.
I'm jealous. I only have Mercer. I was cheap and just bought them off Amazon, eBay.
Now I got the whole box set.
I could have swore there was a Mercer figure.
I don't think they did Mercer back in the original line. I don't think they did any of those.
They did.
Guys. Oh, they did?
Yep. He had an orange vest and blue pants. Slaughter's Renegades. If you notice, most of my G.I. Joe things that I like revolve around the wrestler that was on the show.
Well, he was an ex Cobra Viper.
Yep. But I loved him.
He only appeared in the movie.
Yeah. Like Chuckles had his moment in the sun.
Yeah, Chuckles, Big Lob, Jinx.
Law and Order.
Those guys appeared in the movie, and then we'll never see them.
Law and Order has the one line. Is that Law and Order that I remember?
With the dog?
To drive the car, he finds the bombs. We tried it the other way. It didn't work so well.
Yeah. I think he had one other line in the movie, but yeah.
And Sergeant Slaughter cuts a wrestling promo while he's beating up Nemesis Enforcer.
Oh, yeah. And Tunnel Rat. Yeah. So.
I liked all those characters, but I was just like, some of them were lame compared to regular good G.I. Joes.
Well, I mean, the whole Cobra Law concept was pretty far-fetched, but I still like that movie.
I like it. I watched it the other day.
I mean, I didn't like that they kind of made Cobra Commander like a part of some kind of weird alien race, but...
And then they made him into a snake.
Well, and they turned him back, though.
And Super 7's making a figure of that snake Cobra Commander.
Yeah, well, it's a pack-in.
I want an Iguana Serpentor, too.
All right, well, I think we covered our main topics. And it's 8:20. I'm sure everybody wants to go watch the State of the Union address. So.
Oh, is that on tonight?
Yeah, it's on now, I think.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna go. I don't know. Play Dungeons and Dragons Baldur's Gate.
All right. Well, as always, guys, I want to say thank you for coming in tonight, listening to us ramble. It's always appreciated. Be back tomorrow with a recap video of all the news for the week. So hopefully you'll check that out. Thank you, Mr. Newman, for sitting in tonight.
I told you that. I'm always up for talking about toys and cartoons. Basically,
guys, well,
real life.
What's up?
Anything that's not real life, right?
Yeah. Well, it is all escapism, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes. All right, but yeah, so peace out, everybody. Stay safe. Until next time, guys, I will catch you guys later. Thanks for watching today's video. Now, if you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button. Also, hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. For all the latest action figure news, be sure to head over to ToyNewsEye.com, MarvelousNews.com, JediInsider.com, and TFormers.com. And remember, action figures are great,